Hey guys, Agent of Doubt here, and Paul once again asked me to do a video as a fill-in for the Breakfast Club. Here I am doing the parachute video. Thank you, Paul, for the invitation. And unfortunately, my DSL modem crapped out on me this week, and I ordered a new one. It should be here today, but my internet is not working, and I wish I could have done something like gotten one locally, but I went down to Micro Center and they looked at me like I was crazy because I was using DSL. But cable modems in my neighborhood only have 5 meg upload speed, no matter what download speed you have. And I'm a YouTuber. So DSL offers 20 meg upload speed in my neighborhood. And after this summer, we might have gigabyte lines where I can get 1 gig up, which is it will just completely smoke any cable modem. So I don't know why they were looking at me like I was crazy. I can't be the only one, but they're like, that's the old technology. That's why we only carry cable modems. It's like, whatever. Ordered one. It should be here today. But anyways, I feel like edible napalm making this video, just doing like a screen recording. Um, let's see. The topic that I picked for today came from Michelle Knight. Her YouTube channel is MS Knight 5. She's a friend of the Breakfast Club as well. And she sent me this article. She always sends me really great articles about flagging because I used to do a series on YouTube about it. But this is about YouTube. It says YouTube is removing some nootropics channels, right? And if you don't know what that is, it's people doing sometimes just mixtures of different chemicals and vitamins that you can get from like Whole Foods and uh, GNC, like cinnamon or magnesium or whatnot, but also doing reviews of like brain stimulating supplements that even maybe the likes of Alex Jones starts peddling, brain food, zap, 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 whatever, right? But also sometimes they do things like, say, amphetamines like Ritalin that are prescribed to people. They do microdosing of that. They might do microdosing of, say, LSD and whatnot. So nootropics is a subject that doesn't just cover legal supplements, but also sometimes illicit, right? Um, and some of the supplements that they are getting flagged for, these are things that are still legal, right? This flagging was for increase your concentration and memory with oxiracetam by Star Nootropics. And I don't even know what that is. I don't know what that chemical is. But it's one of those, increase your brain power, probably snake oil drugs, right? But these guys are doing reviews of techniques in order to increase your brain power. And there is this niche market for this nootropics topic. Uh, there's a huge boom of people in Silicon Valley and California who are using low dose LSD in order to increase their brain power after they heard that Steve Jobs did it, right? But I can tell you, from my perspective, as a professional addiction counselor, this is not something that I am worried about. These are not people that are fucking up their lives with drugs. They're actually looking to just increase performance in very subtle ways, right? They're not looking to be as jacked as a WWE superstar on testosterone. They're just trying to give themselves a little bit of a mental edge, sometimes concentration, and they're using things like kratom, right? And coffee and Mormon tea to get the amphetamines out of it. They're doing really low dose stuff. This is not hard drug use, right? And what this reminds me of, uh, in all actuality, is a different topic that used to be really big on YouTube, but people just kind of forgot. Just like all sorts of flagging still happens, people just don't care about it anymore. But YouTube has algorithms that do censorship of all sorts of topics, and it was a hot button issue for about a week back in the day that YouTube was actually censoring uh, channels that were talking about LGBT issues. And the reason why is because the things that were on their channel were topics relating to sexuality. Well, sexuality isn't always a bad topic to bring up, right? And they were being penalized and getting flags on their channel because YouTube started captioning videos and actually learning what the words were in the videos that people had up for years and started giving people flags for it. Well, there's no reason to give someone a flag when they're saying, life could be better, and life does get better if you let it. You be you and get the help that you need when you need it. These were all positive messages that were coming from these channels that were getting flagged as if they had porn on them just because they were talking about sexuality. I myself have also experienced this in that I had some videos on my channel regarding the prescription for testosterone that I got after my doctor found that I was low T. My first 10 shots that I took of that testosterone, I decided to film for YouTube and then post the videos and give an update every 2 weeks on where I was. Did it turn me into the Incredible Hulk? Did I uh, become a raging berserker because I was jacked up on testosterone? And none of that happened. And I felt like my videos were a very good message towards those people that might need the help and might be embarrassed about, you know, just the topic of having less testosterone in their bodies. Uh, it's kind of an embarrassing thing for some people. And after YouTube had their algorithm search my entire channel for videos that might run against their terms of service, 5 of the 10 videos that I put up of me uh, giving myself testosterone injections and telling people how different I felt, 5 of the 10 had monetization removed permanently, right? No chance to review. But the other 5 are still up and still have monetization on them. So it's really weird. It's a series. If someone plays it on the playlist, they're going to run through half the videos having ads, half of them not. So it's a really weird thing that YouTube did to me. And if they could just see context with a robot, if we could train those robots to actually pick out which videos were good and which videos were bad without human review, I think we'd be better off than where we are right now. Because right now the robots suck. Okay, they don't know their head from their ass. And nootropics is one of those things that I feel like you really need the context with the video to be able to tell, like, is this a bad thing, right? I'm one of those people that I normally am a strict anti-flagging person. I don't believe that flags are the answer, but there are some uh, situations that I came to see, after years of looking at flagging on YouTube, that I actually agree with, such as bullying someone in a classroom and then posting the video on YouTube in order to continue bullying them, right? That I believe should be flagged off of YouTube. And closer to this topic, I believe that if you have kids that are putting uh, bombs in mailboxes made out of dry ice that could go off at any time after they put the cap back on the bottle, you know, that's something that you need to keep from the eyes of kids that are impressionable, because they might try to also create those bombs as well, you know. And I do believe that there are some situations where it is good to keep, recipes for kids hurting themselves off of YouTube. But nootropics is not something that is going to hurt people to the point where they're going to uh, blow their hand off, right? They might have a headache from taking too much of a supplement, but you know what? There's so many bodybuilding videos here on YouTube that don't give warnings of, hey, if you don't lift right, you could, pull a muscle in your back and be fucked up for months. You know, could even ruin your life if you continue to lift the way that you see us lifting. You know, if you try to do this at home, you're going to get fucked up. You know, there's even professional wrestling videos that are for entertainment. That if you don't know how to dance like they're dancing, in that choreographed, predetermined winner kind of way, and you try to do that at home, you could get yourself fucked up. You know, all of those things are still allowed because we have this allowance for people to make the decision themselves. Is this something for me? We give people the autonomy, and we trust that they can make decisions for themselves. And when we're dealing with nootropics, and especially low doses of all sorts of things that basically they're as dangerous to you as the water from a homeopathic doctor. You know, it's not actually anything but water, or 1 millionth part like what used to be snake venom. It's stupid. It's really stupid. And even as an addiction counselor, this is my job, right? I professionally fucking talk to people who have lives fucking ruined because of drugs. I am not afraid that the nootropics thing is going to get people turned on to hard drugs, right? These are people that would otherwise be buying supplements from GNC just to make their lives a little bit better. They're concerned about their health, right? They're trying to get optimum performance. They're not going to become bodybuilders like jacked on steroids. They're just trying to get some clarity, there are many YouTubers that I know use some of these nootropics things, such as Secular Talk does kratom for focus, right? And he said so publicly. You know, I don't think that there's anything wrong with what he's doing. I think that if you take a look at his body of work that he's created, um, and his professionality, I don't think you can say that it's negatively affected his life. And uh, I think YouTube should really add humans to the flagging system when it comes to a variety of issues, because you just can't get context out of robots. It doesn't fucking work.